Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger Moore. This morning on the ferry coming over from Bainbridge Island to my Seattle office, I was sitting with some women that frequently sit in the same area that I sit in on the ferry. And if you know anything about ferry commuting here in Puget Sound, we all kind of have assigned seats. And one of the women particularly was talking about her diet. And she was all frustrated because her diet wasn't working. And they know what I do, and I didn't really respond, and I sort of sat there half reading the comics and half listening and kind of giggling to myself a little bit. What other woman asked the woman who said her diet wasn't working, well, what do you mean it's not working? She said, well, you know, we did Bite of Seattle this weekend, and I weighed 3 pounds more this morning than I did on Saturday morning. And her friend said, oh, you ate too much. And he goes, well, yeah. She said, if I just eat those packaged Jenny Craig meals, well, then I lose weight. And I'm also hungry a lot. But the moment I stop eating those Jenny Craig meals, I'm in big trouble. And she said, what am I going to do, eat Jenny Craig the rest of my life? And I just sat there and was kind of smiling, and she looked at me and she said, well, what do you think? And I said, well, you're right, diets don't work. In fact, I have a section in my book, Becoming Slender for Life, that actually say diets work briefly. And yeah, as long as you follow the diet, you can usually lose weight. But once the diet is over, most of us put as much or more weight back on. That's what I always did back when I used to weigh 110 pounds more than I do now. But here's the deal. 65% of the U.S. population is overweight. And left unchecked by the year 2050, almost 100% of the U.S. population will be overweight. And what's really, to me, a crime is that our children are becoming so overweight. And childhood obesity is a very preventable disease that is hurting the lives of our children in years to come. And this is the first generation since the Civil War where kids have a shorter life expectancy than my generation. That's unheard of, and it's very preventable, and to me it's downright criminal that we're allowing that to happen. But at Slender for Life we do have a solution, and the solution is self-hypnosis. You see, self-hypnosis is all about taking back your power, taking control of you. Hypnosis isn't about being out of control or being controlled by someone else. Hypnosis is about you taking control of you. Instead of the Snickers bar or the Haagen-Dazs or the bag of potato chips or all the various foods at the Bite of Seattle or wherever it might be, instead of those foods having control, or instead of a spouse or a boss or traffic or stress or kids or whatever life circumstances are, instead of them being in control of you, self-hypnosis is about you taking back your power, you reclaiming yourself and taking charge, being at choice of what you're eating, how much you're eating, and ultimately your weight, creating that desire, that motivation for exercise, creating a healthy desire for fruits, for vegetables, for whole grains, getting you to learn to eat when you're truly physically hungry, and stopping eating when you have enough fuel in your body. You know, when you put the gas in the gas tank in the car and the gas pump shuts off, getting you to truly recognize that signal and honor it, and only eat when you're hungry. Food is meant to taste good. It should be enjoyable. It should be pleasurable. You should be able to go to events like Bite of Seattle and enjoy yourself without being a glutton about it, without having to put on 3 pounds or put on any weight at all. Go there, have a good time, but you be in control, be in charge of you. And again, that's what self-hypnosis is all about. And here at Slender for Life, that's what I teach. I coach clients on how to take the weight off, and most importantly, remain slender for the rest of their lives. And it's not about just dieting and putting it back on. It truly is about becoming slender for life, staying at your ideal weight. Now, if you're interested in learning more about self-hypnosis, here at Hypnosis Health Info, There's all kinds of written information, audio information, lots of video posts in my blog posts, as well as on YouTube. And you can give me a call at 206-903-1232 if you live here in the Puget Sound area, and come to my Seattle or Bainbridge Island office, and I'm happy to set up a no-charge and no-obligation consultation. If you live too far away, then shoot me an email, roger@hypnosishealthinfo.com, and we can set up an online program for you using the telephone, using the internet, and coaching you at truly becoming and remaining slender for the rest of your life. So, yeah, diets work briefly. This isn't about dieting, it's about you taking control of you. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.